So, welcome to Community Mindfulness, and we'll start our practice this week with adjusting the posture. And you can gently close your eyes or cast them down and notice your breath, the inhale and the exhale, and coordinate that a little bit with your posture. As you inhale, you lengthen up through the spine. And as you exhale, you settle into your seat. So you can feel above you and below you. And this week we're experimenting with noticing what's called 10 directions, the four main directions, east, west, north, and south, and then also the intermediate directions, southeast, southwest, northeast, northwest, and then above and below. So we can start with above and below. As we inhale up through the spine, we get into what is around and above us, the spaciousness. As we exhale, feel the seat and the ground below us. Two directions that we're allow our attention to expand into. And the idea of the 10 directions is that all beings are allowed to be here and all beings are connected and all events and experiences are allowed and all are connected. And we sometimes feel like there's a lot of disconnection. And as we go through our practice tonight, we'll see the distinct directions and yet feel how they're all a part of one experience. So breathing and lengthening up to the spaciousness above, and exhale and release down to the groundedness below. And if you get distracted, just bring yourself back to those focus points on the inhale, lengthening up through the spine, and on the exhale, rooting down through your sit bones and legs and feet into the earth. Just keep that attention and intention. And then find the direction in your room or house or office or where you're seated that faces east. And if you can, turn yourself to face east. That would be the direction, or just be aware of where east is. The direction where the sun comes in the morning. And east is the place of new beginnings, of openings, new possibilities. It's often associated with spring, which is upon us now and coming into its fullness. So allow yourself to feel that energy of new beginnings. Maybe something that will come to mind that is a new beginning in life right now. And just allow yourself to be with that. However small or momentous a new beginning is, an opportunity, a possibility, something that's open to you for the first time or with renewal. Taking a few more breaths and just facing east, the orientation of new beginnings and possibilities. And go ahead and welcome that into your experience, whatever the new beginning or possibility arises to you, or just the idea of new beginnings. Doesn't have to be something specific. It can be just an newness, freshness, renewal. And then if you're facing east, to your right shoulder is south. And south is fullness, warmth, and maturity, like the summer. And just be aware of that different energy that is fullness, maturity, completeness. And there may be something in life right now that resonates with that concept of fullness or completeness. Something may come to mind, or there might just be a sensation of fullness. And maybe it's a little different of a perception than when you were giving your attention to the east. It's now directed toward the south. And there's a fullness of experience there that's available. Keep your attention and intention on just the direction south. That's to your right shoulder. You're facing east. Aware of fullness and completeness in experience and in feeling. Just a few more breaths like that. And then to your back is facing west. So a sensation of endings, of complete closure, things that finish so that other things can begin. And that's also a part of our experience and a part of our lives. And it's often a deep, rich, colorful fabric like the sunset, an ending. So you allow those endings or finishings, finishing a project, finishing a phase of life. And something may come to mind, that an event or experience in your life that feels like an ending or a finishing. So you can go ahead and let that land in feeling space, in the emotion space, and have that be okay. Just allow that to be. It may be a pleasant, unpleasant, or neutral kind of thing. All are fine. And as you allow yourself an awareness of things that may be finished or complete, maybe there's a sense of letting go. Perhaps, even if it's available to you, a sense of relief. Taking a few more breaths, giving your direction west behind you to letting goes, finishings, closings, endings. You get distracted and your mind is going off in various directions. That's okay. Just bring it back to the focus of what's to your back, the west. And as I move through the practice, it's always a suggestion. So if you have another practice that you're doing right now, the breathing above and below, or one of the other directions, or something else, that's fine too. And to the west, with its sunsets and endings, is also, with the seasons, might correlate to fall. Often considered one of the most beautiful seasons of the year, even though it is autumn, fall, the endings of the growing year. And then moving on over your left shoulder in the direction your left shoulder is pointing is north. And that is a place of stillness, quietness, rest. Could be recuperation. Also could correlate to winter, a time of rest and deep rootedness. We're really just coming out of that in this season now. We've been through a long winter, a sense of hibernation, of gathering in and preparing, preparing oneself. And see what that sort of energy over your left shoulder feels like. Is there resistance? Is there an embracing of it? Does it feel familiar? Realizing that each of these directions finds itself in completion with a season, with the waning and waxing of the moon, and onto the beginning and ending of each breath and each moment that we experience. So there's a whole gradient of possibilities for these perceptions. But right now, if anything comes to mind that is resting or still or quiet or kind of seems in hibernation in life, go ahead and let that in. Keep your attention just into the perception of north. Very good. And then we'll come back once again. We're facing east. So it is a new beginning. And we feel the groundedness below and the spaciousness above. And I'll count backwards from 5. And when I get to 1, we can open our eyes, and it will be the beginning of new mindful moments and the beginning for us, a discussion together, and for all who practice, the beginning of the next right thing. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And you can open your eyes and move a little bit. And thank you for joining for Community Mindfulness.